Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Everyday Artist. I'm Eve and welcome. Um, Sorry, my hair is giving me problems lately. Um, this is Rogue, who just loves being here but is very barky and growly this morning, so she may have to leave. So, I'm here to talk about a little bit of quilting, a lot of cross stitch, and I don't know. Last week, I realized I went off on this tangent that had nothing to do with either of those things. So I'm sorry. Um, and I do appreciate all of the. What do I have going on here? I do appreciate all of the people that have joined recently. The giveaway will be done later in the video. So let's get started. First with quilting. No, I started with quilting last time and forgot that I had another finish. Sewing Bee, Erica Michaels. This is a pin pillow, and I have plans to do the berry on the same fabric. I haven't decided what fabric I'm going to use for the back, but I really like the way this came out. I'm really happy with it. So, yeah. And I love the way the berry looks, so I can't wait to get started on that, but I will not do that until sometime in January at the earliest. So, okay, now quilting. So, I got all of this sewn together. It is all one big kitty quilt. Hopefully all the cats are right side up. I think so. So I went, I didn't bring it over here, but it's just a kind of a grunge black for the border. And I forgot to take this with me, so I haven't like examined them next to each other to make sure I like that. But I'm planning to put this kind of fabric in the corners. Probably two with the white that looks like this, and let me see, two with this black kind right here. And then I have those little pieces that were supposed to be put in the flying geese that I'm gonna do kind of a piano keyboarder part of it. I bought enough black that I could do the whole border if I wanted to, but since I have that other fabric, this other fabric, I thought I might as well use it. It's already cut, you know, so what am I going to use it for? It's already cut, and it'll go, I think it'll go cute on the border for this. So that's ready to go to the next step, and then this quilt top will be done. When am I going to quilt it, you ask? Who knows? Sorry for the noise. But I did start quilting this. This is my own quilt, and not my own pattern. The pattern is that was Missouri Star Calico Cats. This is a Stash Buster quilt off of Just Get It Done Quilts using fat quarters. And I'm just going to quilt it in long. They're not exactly straight, and I don't need them to be straight. I wanted them to just kind of go like this more. They're not doing that as much as I wanted, and I need to switch to the quilting foot instead of the walking foot so that I can get that going a little bit more. I just, the day I was doing it, I was like, oh, I should start on something else, because I got the cat thing put together and I did those bags, and I was like, I really should start on a bag. And I kept looking over at this quilt, and I said, you know what, I really would like to have this on my bed. It is so cold. So I know for you all, it's probably not what you would, let me put this over here, and it's going to make noise because it's heavy. What you would consider cold. But I woke up yesterday, and it was 44 degrees outside. You have to remember that the week before that, it was not that cold. And so the temperature went down dramatically in a very short amount of time. And this monster here, my dog, has managed to chew up my comforter in such a way that it has no stuffing in it. So it's basically, 2 layers of cotton with very little in between. So it's not really a warm comforter, which is fine most of the year. I don't turn off my fan at all, not even in the winter. Maybe a day or two in December. And we keep the house pretty cold because you have to use so much electricity to cool the house in the summer. So we try to, we get what's called a budget plan. So they look at how much we've used through the year, and they divide it, and that's what we pay, so that we bank some in the winter, and then, when the summer comes, we don't have $500 cooling bills. And yes, I have gotten a $500 cooling bill in the summer. Because even if you're keeping your house warm, not comfortable, but not as hot as it is outside, even if you're keeping your house warm, there's just no way you can combat, 120 degree heat without using a lot of electricity. So it's cold in the house. And we have tile floors, so it's always cold. Enough of that. Okay, so there are people working next door, which is one of the reasons why the dog is annoyed. We were filming the Three Sisters creative video a couple weeks ago, and we had to stop because of the noise from next door. You'd think with these houses, you'd think they would make them just a little bit thicker walls so that you don't hear somebody next door. This isn't a townhouse. There's not a huge distance, but there's, distance in between the houses. Not enough. Don't get me wrong. My neighbors are very sweet. Okay, so let's go on to this. I have been doing this not as much as I should or would like to, but I try to put in a thread or two. So I'm on the Three Kings one. I would have put in these other kings bodies. I must have put the threads in a different project bag, and part of me goes, I'll find them later. But I do try to get this out 1 or 2 times a week and work on it, and I'm going to continue to do that because I really like this design. And at some point while talking about it, I'll have the whole thing up, but I really like this design, and I don't know why I don't stitch my designs right away. And I can't remember if I designed it last year or the year before that. I think the year before that we were going to do an Advent thing with Three Sisters Creative, and so I didn't stitch it, but it is up on the on our Etsy shop, Three Sisters Creative Etsy shop. And I wanted to stitch it right away, and you know, like a magpie, shiny things. So I forget. Excuse me. For instance, I finished one of my designs of a flamingo. Have I fully finished it? No, I forgot that I still have to fully finish that. So that one is not up in the Etsy shop. But I want to get this finished and fully finished so that I can put pictures of what mine looks like. You know, different fabric would change the colors a little bit different. I just thought that this would set off. Now, I haven't done the green one yet. I'm kind of, what's the green one going to look like? I think the green one is actually the first one. But, yeah. So, there is that. Okay. And then, still on Christmas, Nativity Berry, Erica Michaels. I am doing this one. They're slightly different. This one has a stable up there. Is it called a creche? Why is it called that? I don't know what that word means. I think that's what it's called. But these swirly stars are like the rest of the pattern. So what you see here is, you know, that's most of what's in the pattern. But you can kind of see right here, that's an angel. And then there's another angel on this side, and they're going doo doo doo. So I haven't gotten that far yet. Man is walking around outside. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's where I am. I finished the star and some more of this white. It's hard to see. Sorry. I was gonna, you know, fill in here, but this color is a Gentle Arts color. And I might just use the DMC, but because I can't find it, you know, and so I'm gonna finish the family, and then I'm gonna do all the swirly stuff and the angels. But I got the star finished finally. At least when I move on to the swirly stars and everything and the angels, that's all one color, and you just keep working with that one color. So, I'm sorry my dog is so loud. Alright, so this is my first Whip Go pull of the month. Christmas Lantern by Twin Peak Primitives. Did I say that last one was Erica Michaels? And I'm doing it on a printed white. It's printed, and I told you what the color was, but it's 16 count Ada. I told you what the color was back when I bought it, and I keep forgetting to write it down so that I have it to show you, but I don't. Anyway, Twin Peak Primitives Christmas Lantern. And I am doing this on 14 count Ada. It is in the color Gold Metallic DMC. I got it in one of those DMC rolls at Hobby Lobby. This is my progress so far. So when I was stitching this, it wouldn't come out right. The count was off. I kept running into this other side, and I took it out and stitched it again, and took it out and stitched it again, and I realized when I was doing this thing up here that the reason that it came out wrong is because the count was wrong. So I had to take out everything I'd done up here so that I could make sure everything was counted right and which side I would need to take it off of. And take all this out and then move it over 2 stitches, 3 stitches, and put it back. But the reason why I did that was because this flower down here needs to fit in a certain way. So I went ahead and did that. And then this worked out up here the way it was supposed to. So I did this so that I could then just fill in and not have to look at the pattern. Because I have the pattern on Pattern Keeper. Even though I have it printed here, I have it on Pattern Keeper. And I prefer doing it that way. So I have 2 more days to get the 15 days. 13, I guess technically 3 days because I haven't done it yet today. So I'm hoping to get the top of the lantern done. And then it'll be the flowers and this bottom thing. Let me tell you, this white, I can't see after I've done the first row, because I'm doing there and back because it's DMC. After I've done the first row, I can't really see where I am. So then later on I'm looking, I'm like, that does not look right. And I look and I've like gone over 2 or, you know, gone up instead of down. It's really hard for me to see it until it's together and all done, you know, in the rows. And then I look back at that going, that is so not right. So I'm going to have to do this white a little bit at a time. And I am not going to be putting in these little dots. That is just not going to happen. I don't know if it's supposed to be snowflakes inside a lantern. But yeah, that's not going to happen. So I probably won't go any far down here and just work on the lantern top up here in the next couple of days. Then, before next week, I'll start on my 15 days for cute boots. And I'm kind of excited about working on that because I really love it. And I don't know why I put it down and never picked it back up. But like I said before with my pattern, shiny things. So, and then as you know, I've been working on this last autumn berry with the scarecrow, and I had thought maybe I would have a finish, but I don't. I am still filling in that red. I went ahead and did all the other stuff down here, so all it is finishing in this red. And I can take that without looking at the pattern and just finish it, right? it gets kind of dull. I'm enjoying working on Christmas lantern, but that presents its own challenges. So I do work on it quite a bit. I do work on this quite a bit, but I needed a break from that. So I have a new start. Now, I bought this pattern a year ago, and it's just so cute. I'm working on the deer. I haven't gotten very far in it because it's not my priority. But I saw the pattern again in Pattern Keeper when I was going to find the Christmas lantern, and it got me thinking about it again. And then I'm looking at this printout, and I'm like, I think those are supposed to be filled in. And we've had people on our Three Sisters Creative website chiming in on what animal they think this is. We've had different suggestions, but I can tell you I don't know. And I think the little outline thing is where we're supposed to know that that's supposed to go in there, because that would make sense. And there's another little outline right here with the gold. Each of the animals has a little bit of gold, and you know, the majority of it's white. And there is one other color, and it is just doing the eyeballs. So I've been just slowly plugging away at it. This is CrossStitchingForFun, and their Etsy shop is not available anymore. But if you go to CrossStitchingForFun on Facebook, this is Snowflake Ornaments, but they have some other ornaments that are so cute that they're doing this year. Just absolutely beautiful. I recommend you go. Their prices are great, and their patterns are so cute. They're a Ukrainian designer. Well, one half of them is Ukrainian, the other half is Russian, and that's why their shop was closed on Etsy. And they've tried talking to Etsy, and Etsy says, I don't care, one of you's in Russia, so no. So they opened a different shop on another platform, and that information is also on their Facebook. Sorry, the shirt is very comfortable, but it's too big for me. So I'm going to show you my start. Don't look too closely at the stitches. This is 25 count. This is 25 count, and for some reason, I guess because I've been working so much on 18 and 32 count, I cannot figure out if I have the right size of the stitch. So when I go back and look at it, I can see problems. But there are a lot of random stitches in the pattern. You know. So I have to decide if I want to do the 3 snowflakes, come over, do the deer, and do these other 3 snowflakes, how I want to do that. And if I did it on this because I love this color for this pattern. If there's space, this is not all the way across, but it's so it's like this much more over here. So I'm not sure that I would have enough space to put any real amount of distance. It would get closer to the edge than what I gave it here, and I should probably have come over more. So if it gets closer to the edge over there with my giving it a little bit more room, that'll be okay, because I want to finish them as ornaments, but I want to finish them as separate ornaments. And this fabric is not, because it's 25 count, I can't get as much across on it as I could on like a 32 count. But I think it's going to be beautiful. I am not going to use Krynic for the gold. Krynic is called for, but I have some other gold threads, and I think I'm going to use one of those. I have Krynic. I have the color called for, but I think I'll just be much happier with a different color. So the only other thing is my tiny bit of haul, which this is for the winter berries. This is kind of a purple color, and this is the color that I chose to do on the one berry that has white on a light blue, and I'm going to do it on this same, don't even remember where I put it, right? I'm going to do it on this same color, and I think that will be gorgeous. But this color is called for in the pattern, and the others are colors that I have something similar, or they're like 1 or 2 stitches on, here and there, and I'm not going to buy a whole thing of thread for that, so I'll use the DMC alternative. So that was my tiny bit of haul. I bought 1 thread when I went to the attic. I was so proud of myself. So now let us do the giveaway. There were quite a few less that wanted thankful, and I understand because Thanksgiving is a mostly American holiday. So let me call up the thing I need. My brother, that ding you heard earlier was my brother. Okay, so I'm going to spin it. Chris Cook. So I know I've sent something to you before, but could you just email me? The email link is below, and send me your address, and I'll get that out to you. And then we have, for the cat pattern, OMG, they got me a whole tree. Both of these are by Dirty Annie's. Joyce, I'm not going to even try to pronounce your last name here, but again, email me below and give me your address, and I will get those out to you. And thank you so much for being a subscriber. I really appreciate it. And the sun is coming up, so I'm completely shadowed. It's not that early in the day, but I tried to start earlier and helped a little bit at first, but not so much now. So next week I will have my new Whip Go thing for you to see. Hopefully I will have more quilting stuff finished. Of course, I put my sewing machine up on Thursday to film, I have not brought it back out, and it's Monday. So I need to get cracking. And I I really want to get this quilted on my bed, so I need to do that, and I need to cut the border stuff and sew together all those little pieces again. I took them apart, now I'm going to sew them back together again, and see how far I can go on that, and of course more stitching. You guys have a great week, and next week is Thanksgiving. Is it next week? It's soon. It's soon. So I really appreciate all of you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.